Everybody knows this is just to get the digger dive.
You lost your mind. Fix this fix.
We just get the digger dive.
You have lost your mind. Everybody that watches this channel, hey, look, fix this fix for me. But Norman, you know me a long time. Me and Norman and Brian been friends for 20 years.
This is a pick and pull build.
It's all, well, they all are. All of our stuff is pick and pull. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. We're over here at B&K Performance. Just got started working on this thing a little bit. We are like 2 or 3 days away from where we're trying to test. I think we can make it. We got a lot to get done, but hopefully we'll be able to test this weekend or in the next couple days. I think we're still gonna be okay. Really excited. Let me show you what we got going on this thing. Courtney and Norman are on the way over here. Brian's here. I don't think Brandon or Randy's gonna make it tonight, but we are kicking butt on this thing. Brian's got this thing almost ready to paint, but the paint is probably not going to be holding us up. It's all the other stuff we got. If y'all want to support the channel, head on over to TurboJohnRacing.com. Grab yourself some hats and t-shirts. Appreciate it, guys. So Brian's been kicking butt getting this thing primed in. He's about ready to paint it. He's been busy. He's working this one in. Appreciate it, Brian. Out there, it's going to be pretty cool. So I think it's going to look good. And I had a few questions. People have asked about, okay, well, we got plastic fenders. We can't race in all steel, all glass, or in steel roof and quarters.
It says or unless it comes from the factory.
Unless it comes from the factory, that's right, baby, and it does. And you can see this thing's not, man, I wish it was lighter. I wish I could cut it up, but I need the weight back here. I bet we could take 200 pounds out of the back, but then we'll just have to add it back in lead. So if we gotta do that, what's the need in doing it? But it does have a steel roof. It does have a steel hood, but we're not gonna be running the hood. We've been working on it for a little bit. Got my fuel line done on the bottom of the car. So we're good down there, the fuel line from the tank to the pump. We're working on the coolant stuff now. So I'm gonna be missing a couple hoses. Saw a couple posts, a couple people that had good ideas. Instead of having these turned down, I'm gonna turn them up and I'm gonna point it up. What do you think? Because wastegates will be pointing up, downpipe will be pointing up. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? That'll look pretty good. That was a good idea. Tyler actually mentioned that. I appreciate that. I hadn't even thought about it. I was gonna make me some pipes, but I'm gonna just turn them upside down with no stubs or nothing. Maybe I'll do me some little stubs on it later when we get a little bit of extra time. So we got that to do. I screwed up, and when we were pushing the car around, these are my wires for my drive shaft sensor. And I don't know if y'all know how hard it is to get clean drive shaft data. It is really difficult to get clean drive shaft data. And I had clean drive shaft data, but we pulled the wires out of it, so I just figured out where to go. The way I do this one, this little terminal blocks down here, those are 5 volts just for like different sensors if I have add-ons. But I wanted the power for my actual drive shaft sensor to be coming from separate plugs. So I just pulled the stuff. The power, this is the power out of this harness. This is the J2B harness. That's the power for the drive shaft sensor, that's the ground. And then the sensor wire is that one right there. So we just got to tie all of this stuff back together real fast, and I'm gonna actually go get another piece of wire because that's gonna be a little difficult to get in. So make sure if you ever get any of these sub harnesses, you keep your extra wiring because you never can tell when something like that's gonna happen. I'll just stub that out and we'll be good to go. All right, guys, well, you guys are gonna be proud. I don't know if this is gonna work or not. This is a low dollar sensor. It took me a little while to figure the color in the wires. I had a blue wire, a black wire, and a brown wire. And so, yeah, this is a shielded cable that I had run through. These are the pins. We're gonna just re-terminate this stuff out with the Holly. Super, super easy. Y'all be super proud. I used regular old butt connectors, and I did not use wire connectors. What do you think, Courtney? No wire connectors tonight? Yeah, no wire connectors. Appreciate Courtney coming over here to help. He is working on getting the burn down tubes down over here. He said he's gonna put the tank in here with me and just make me smell the alcohol fumes. He said you have to wear a gas mask. So we're gonna be wearing a gas mask next time we're at the track. So we failed, me and Brandon, when we were doing the wiring, we put our harness right here. I thought about putting the burn down tubes through there, but me and Brandon were like, no, it'd be fine. And so Courtney's had to find new homes to run it through. Luckily there's some cracks and crevices. We're gonna run it through the body panels and get it all going. Courtney, how's your build coming?
piece Bondo spread by Bondo spread.
Have you posted that video yet? Wait till y'all see what he's got next coming up on the inside of the car.
Bondo in the interior.
Yeah, it's Bondo in the interior. He's like, I don't have no show car. And look at him, show car quality. Y'all go check his channel out, The Paint and Paper Hustle. He's rebuilding the Comet, and it's coming back together. I appreciate him taking time and away from his project to come try to get us to the track this weekend. All right, let's keep going. All right, guys, so still making some progress up here. Courtney is inside the car mounting the fire bottle now. Just going to mount that thing to the cage back there. We'll get the pull handle up by the roll cage where I'm at. He's got the burn down tank mounted. That worked out good. The lines are going good through here. So that's good. CO2 bottle is going to go there right by the shifter. Only real issue with that is the weight's a little far forward, but it's only 5 pounds and it's in reach. I'd like to have that in reach. So we're good. So Norman just got over here too. So appreciate Norman coming over to help. He is just getting the back tires off, and so we are now about to change the gear. I got the gear from Jimmy Boyd, so we got to change this. So, yay. All right, guys, so Norman's got this thing out. That is a nice aluminum center section. It's very interesting. But so that's good. Brian is our master rear end guy. I can do rear end gears, but it takes me forever because I don't do them a ton. He has done a lot of them, so he's getting all his tools together. I'll show you real fast. He'll have that thing swapped out in just a couple minutes, probably about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, he'll be done.
Strangers were the same. And they changed them at one point.
So what we were just talking about, this is a Moser center section. The car, my car, it had strange, and so like you said, old stuff they would interchange.
Yeah, quite a few years ago.
Man, that would be nice if that would just. I wonder why they would do that. They just do it because you got to buy their stuff.
Yeah, it's strange in motors, separation.
Right. They just want you so that I guess if you buy the strange axles, you need the strange center section and spool. Well, I guess it would be just a spool. But yeah, so he's going to snatch this thing apart real fast. This gear was like a, what was it, 430 or something? It was way too much for what we got.
Keep it and put it in my big block car.
Cost your mind. You're going to end up with like a 325 on your gear set. So this is the gear that we got from Jimmy Boyd. We counted. So one of the things that sets a 9-inch apart from the 8.8 is this piece out here. That goes into the case so it doesn't wobble. The pinion is supported on both sides. Now this is also a 35 spline yoke. So this is one of the things that you have to be careful of. Some of them are 28 spline. So it just depends on what it is. This one doesn't have a name brand or anything on it, but I mean, it's got the right teeth count. This is the right material, so it should be just fine. So we were running a 360 gear, but we wanted to step up a little bit. I had a 389, but 370 found it, got a good deal on it. Jimmy had it right around the corner, and so we're going to snatch it. Well, I shouldn't say we. Brian's going to put that thing in real fast, and we'll be getting close. All right, so Courtney is now, what are you doing now, Courtney?
Everything opposite of what I would do with my car.
Okay. How would you do it? Why are you not doing it like you would do it with your car?
Because you said to do it as fast as possible so we go testing and go win, dig, or die.
I'm just saying, man. Come on.
Wholly
So what you're saying is this is a rush job.
Very rush. Very rush.
This is
You don't see the zip ties?
Zip ties and duct tape. Look, that was a full bag of zip ties when we started too.
That's the zip ties I've laid.
Right. Oh my God. Wow, you're not kidding.
Hey,
so
my stuff is deep. I mean, look how clean the vacuum was. I mean, for zip tie job, they are really clean.
Dude, zip ties are awesome. Look, when we cut it all apart, Brian and Norman and us and Brandon were over here. There was hundreds of zip ties on the floor. Like you couldn't roll across nothing. So the CO2 bottle is mounted, so that's good. He's done all the CO2 lines now for the most part. Fire bottle is back here. Man, we're getting close. Looks like probably by the time we get done tonight, we'll probably be able to crank this thing tonight, hopefully. They're painting in there, so it depends on how the paint's working. If the paint's dry enough where we'll crank it up real fast, make sure we ain't got no leaks or anything. We did go ahead and turn the wastegates up. So, right now we're not going to put any pipes on it, but we may end up putting a couple pipes on this thing, have a little bit of flame. I'm fixing to go ahead while Brian's doing that back there. Norman's doing that. Courtney's doing that. I'm going to go ahead and fix the down pipe real quick. Cut it apart and weld it and go ahead and get it mounted. We are waiting on a couple hoses, so we're going to have to finish the water lines probably tomorrow night. Pump will just basically go down here on the very bottom. So, man, it's getting close, getting close. All right, so Courtney is finishing up over here. If y'all don't know by now, we reuse everything. So this was our down pipe. Kind of crushed it up. We cut the flange off of it. So I got this machined. And you see, this is like the third time this thing's been welded on. Time number 1, time number 2. This will be time number 3. Norman's got the pipe almost straight. Hey man, it is what it is, right?
I'm proud of that.
No, that's how it fit perfect. So we're gonna weld this on to here, and then that actually fits perfect. What we'll have to do though, since this oxygen sensor, you can't have it this close to the end. So I'm gonna weld another bone down here, probably on this side over here, just pointing back. But what happens is if you get it too close here, it reads fine at wide open throttle, but idle and part throttle, this doesn't read because it gets contamination. Fresh air sucks back in, and so it reads lean. And then your ECU, when it's idling and like trying to ride through the pits, it's trying to really fatten it up unless you take it and put it in closed, take it out of closed loop and put it in open loop.
Well, everybody knows this is just to get the digger die.
You lost your mind. Fix this
We
fix.
just get the digger die.
You have lost your mind. Everybody that watches this channel, hey, look, fix this fix for me. When you know, but Norman, you know me a long time. Me and Norman and Brian been friends for 20 years.
This is the pick and pull build.
It's all, well, they all are. All of our stuff is pick and pull. Norman likes his stuff a little cleaner and shinier than me, and then Brian is. I'm the bottom of the barrel over here. I mean, I will use and reuse. And yes, I just do. I just use it until I can't use it no more. That's why I can't sell any used parts, because everybody knows it is worth nothing. It is war. If I'm trying to get rid of it, it is war slap out. All right, so Brian's back here tidying all this stuff up. So what he's got now is he's checking pinion depth. And so basically what has to happen is you got to set everything up, and you got to take it all back apart and then clean it and then glue everything. But the good thing about these things is the bearing is pressed onto the actual pinion, and then your shims adjusted in between the case and that little flange up there, whatever that thing's called. So it's actually pretty easy. And I don't know if y'all have noticed too, Brian has got a new partner over here in the shop with him. He's doing a lot of motorcycle stuff. He's been painting motorcycle stuff forever. Kent. The name of his shop is Perfection Paintworks. Follow him on Facebook, but this is all paint. That is not stencil. That is not like a pattern that like is ever going to be duplicated. He custom does all of this stuff. He'll do like, start this stuff out, it's a layer after layer after layer, and then it just ends up just freaking being phenomenal pretty. He does awesome stuff. So if y'all got motorcycle stuff y'all won't paint it up, come hit him up. All right, guys, well, it started off welding pretty bad. It ain't perfect. It is no different than all the other welds on here, though, that I've done. Got a few decent ones, but it is stuck together. So we're gonna let it cool off. This is a pretty sharp bend. I don't think it's gonna hurt us, though. So I think we're gonna be okay. Courtney is mostly done with his zippy tying.
Well, my stuff looks clean, man.
It does, it looks good. Look, it's all here. It's amazing what taking a little bit of time and just organizing how everything goes.
Yeah, John doesn't know it, but I've already unplugged like 6 things of his and rerouted it where it's nice and neat.
Look, it looks like the wiring's already cleaned up. You can't even hardly see that rat's nest under there.
No, there's no rat's nest.
Not under there, you can see it. So, yeah, we're making progress here. CO2 bottle's right where I can reach it. Fire bottle's over here. We got to run the pull switch over here to the funny car cage. We are going to get a piece of tube here and run it out the back and just dump it down in the back. So I think that's going to be okay. Man, we're getting close, guys. Hey, Brian got this thing set up real fast. All looking good. This thing, I tried to clean it a little bit, but it didn't really want to clean up on the outside. So But it's good. So now we got 370. My drive shaft sensor is working. So Norman's fixing to crawl up under there, put some silicone, and that's going to be good to go. And then I'm going to continue welding on the downpipe. All right, Courtney, what you think? Oh, he's working on getting this. Oh yeah, look at that. You got some experience doing this. You just done this on yours.
That's what I say, if you have a P-clamp right there, don't it go right back in the front of the block right there?
It goes right into the, yeah, we got to do the Y, and then
Or you want to do it?
just gonna have to go from here to here. Man, my other two hoses won't be here till tomorrow, so it's one of those things. It might be. I guess that's a good mock-up right there, though.
Hey, if you had a P-clamp, we'd be done, or like literally, you got a bolt there and a bolt there, so you literally P-clamp that and it's done. Like that thing ain't going nowhere.
And then we just run from that 16 to the Y.
Yeah.
It's already got the Y on it. Oh no, that's
No,
okay.
no, you didn't make that, but we got the straight right there.
And I got my hoses. The two hoses that I have coming tomorrow. They're probably gonna be a little long. What we might have to do, actually, you know what we can do? I've got a coupler that'll couple right here from that male to that male. Oh, but it's not the right angle, is it? So yeah, okay. We'll have to figure it out. Downpipe done. What do you think?
Gotta do the bung.
Yeah, you've already got that marked, so we'll put a bung on that, and we're gonna be set. All right, guys, just got through welding this bung on, so that's in its new home. Superb welds. Didn't really clean anything. Very old stuff, lots of hacked up stuff, but it's gonna work out fine. Norman just got this intersection in, so we're gonna go ahead and slide the axles in while he's tightening up the drain plate. All right, guys, so the rear end stuff is done. Norman, Courtney, and Brian bled the back brakes. Got the brake lines all run. The drive shaft sensor is in and measured, so that's good. So all that's fine. We did lower it in the back just a little bit. We went down one hole. So that should get us a little bit better ride height in the back. We also got to put some more weight in the back. Courtney is now running the drive shaft wire up to the front, so I got to finish that. Up front here is mostly done. Man, we're getting closer. We have made a lot of progress tonight. I really appreciate Brian, Norman, and Courtney coming over today and helping out. It really, man, we've made it. We really might be able to test in 2 days. I mean, there's a very good possibility. Brian, tomorrow, he's got to do the drive shaft loop stuff. He's really good at doing that. Me, it'll take me 6 hours to do it because it just does. It just takes me a long time to do it. So we got to do that. I've already checked the trans brake. All that stuff's working. Man, we're getting really close. Of course, we got to clean all the junk out here. So just got a few more wires to run here. And man, we're going to be close. We're going to be really close. All right, guys. Well, we are almost buttoned up. So Kent is still in there painting, so we're not going to be able to crank this thing up tonight. When you got high-dollar paint jobs happening, methanol in the air is probably not a good thing. Appreciate Brian, Norman, and Courtney again helping out. What do you think, Courtney?
I think you made a lot of progress.
Man, I think we
really
did.
I think you did.
Well, not just me, y'all. I mean,
You're the chief. We're just the Indians doing what we're told.
Man, y'all have really kicked it out of the park. It really makes a difference when you've got, a bunch of people that you can just freaking just go.
Just let them loose.
And that's
Tell them what to do.
And we got a lot done. I didn't think we were going to be able to get this much done tonight. No. But between us four, I mean, man, we were able to kick it into teeth. I mean, so this is good.
Does everybody know who gave you this car? Like, I know you've mentioned on the channel that it was your friend named Robert, right?
Randy.
But that was the same guy that rode JJ DeBoss's truck, correct?
Absolutely.
At Darlington.
Yes.
So I know he got a lot of backlash on the internet, but that's just the type of guy that Randy is. That he just, when he seen you got in an accident, he literally just loaned you a whole car.
A whole car. That's right. He's like, man, he's like, come get this car that's just sitting. Super good dude, man. And you know, and it was, I mean, I really appreciate it.
I think a lot of people might not have put 2 and 2 together.
Just like to have fun.
Yeah, that's right. And that whole deal, man, I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
I thought it was freaking awesome. There's a lot of people that thought it was awesome. Apparently times have changed and the Evel Knievel days are over. I mean, because I thought it was awesome. The spectators thought it was awesome. Randy thought it was awesome. JJ thought it was awesome. I thought it was freaking cool.
Crowds and money, then
I mean, racing is dangerous. Everything we do is dangerous. And, you know, it's one of those things. But Randy's a good dude. You're right. I don't know if I've ever pointed that out. I'm glad you brought that up.
I don't think a lot of people, I mean, even at first meet, I didn't put 2 and 2 together because I didn't know the gentleman's name.
Right.
You know, it's that you see people's faces, but then you don't know names. You put 2 and 2 together. And I think he deserves, you know, the thank you for loaning you a car.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, so if y'all see him on back of JJ's truck, hit him up, tell him thank you for letting TurboJohn borrow the Saturn. And pretty much, man, and you can see what we're doing to it. He's like, man, do whatever you want to do to it.
Because you've literally took the saw to the, I mean, like, you don't call him or text him or nothing. Like, you have literally saw multiple things off tonight.
That's what he's like, man. He's like, make it run. Treat it like your own. I said, boy, there's going to be some zip ties. How many zip ties we got, Courtney?
That's from tonight. That's the pigtails.
Hey, at least you cut them off. Normally, I don't even cut the zip tie tails off.
But everything looks a lot better. Like, I mean,
it does, man.
Start with 500.
Yeah, it was a whole bag.
I'm gonna have to buy Brian some new zip ties. I'm gonna have to hit Amazon up. He's like, I got plenty of zip ties. Little did he know.
But it makes, like, even all of these, like, where we just ran that drive shaft loop,
Right.
so there's your wire, but it's all in with the trans lines. So it's not like a spider web.
Courtney's got those details. We could let Courtney loose with some zip ties over here for a couple hours.
I cut some off. Like, there was stuff I was staring at, and I was like, can I unplug this? But you've got freaking wires this short. And I'm like,
and that's that factory wiring harness, the factory Holly stuff. So, you know, it's just one of those things. There's a lot of wires. All right, guys. Well, we are done for the night. I appreciate it. We might be good for Saturday. We really might be. We're going to try it. If we don't make it Saturday, we'll definitely make it sometime during the week. So we're going to hit it.
Might be good for both. You might get a rough testing in Saturday with it not 100%.
Right.
And then a better testing Wednesday or Thursday.
Wednesday or Thursday, that's true. That's what we're going to do. All right, y'all go check out Courtney's channel. He's going to be back on the Comet doing some bondoing and some sanding soon. The paint and paper hustle. All right, guys. We'll see y'all later.